Wahoo! It's me, Bobo, and welcome back to a really good idea of a Let's Play. It's just such a good idea, guys. Folks, we're playing as Bukhara. We're preparing for when the Russians inevitably try to crush us, and there's been a nationalist coup in Bolivia. Can you believe it? Yeah, so last episode we sort of plotted out our plan. This episode, our industry is gradually wheeling up, where our goal is now to use our army experience to make our divisions bigger. We are going to try to beeline for research councils, get our industrial networks done, and then consider whether we want to go down the political reform path for the political power or down the warfare path for extra experience. It is 1937. Do you know where your kids are? Or whatever, however that goes. Alright. Things are about to get spicy in the Balkans. Very pog. Let's see. Yeah, so we should get around to assigning traits. I like defensive doctrine. I feel like that's more important. Honestly, charismatic is also really important. What I believe division recovery rate will do is make it so that our divisions recover faster. Wow, who would have thought? But the important thing is that means if we lose one of our 5 hexes we're defending on, we may end up extending it out to like 6 to defend this as well. Rip L left KMT. So, East Turkestan requests support. I think this event might give us something good. I'm going to provide full support, I guess, because I don't think that has any impact on our war machine, and it might give us the XPs. Might give us something valuable when we finish it up. I think that's like one of that and the Ramadan stuff. Those are like our big events. All right, we have almost trained to full, which is, you know. All right, American Civil War is approaching. Very cool. Siam has crushed the Rebs. Rip Royalists. Rest in potatoes, Professor Tomatoes. Alright, we have our industrial centers. Now we have a choice. I don't think we really do. We just have to, we need more production, and we need it desperately. Means we're getting these forts faster, which is great, I suppose. Finland is joining the Reich Pact. And there we go. More troops to train up. How cool is that? And because of our factories, we get more division slots for our military. How cool. How cool is that? So we're going to get a one more infantry division. And all right, we've finished construction. It is 1937. We're just going to keep going down this route. Eventually, we will do infantry weapons, but for now, extra factory output is nice. Extra construction speed is nice. Production efficiency cap, I think, is probably what we want to go for, because we are just going to be producing this one thing. As the cap increases, we get more and more infantry equipment, which means we can have more and more infantry. I'm going to go to early mobilization. I think that's a really good idea. That may end up equaling out to us getting... No, it doesn't look like it. But if we do this right, we can get we can spend fewer factories on consumer goods, and potentially get spots for an additional division, which is great. There's so much war, you guys. It's not even believable. Oh, hey. The Princely Federation, which will probably not exist as soon as the India update gets produced, whenever that will be. For now, it's a thing that's happening. Phantom events. Ooh, spooky. Democracy prevails in the Philippines as one of 3 options for the Philippines, and that's all the content that the Philippines have, except for being a target by the Japanese, for the Japanese. Panama. Balance of power is at stake. Can't remember how it resolved itself. It resolved itself with the war. Okay. All right, Peru-Bolivian Confederation. That happens sometimes. Princely Federation, Mysore. All right. So one thing that we've noticed, we now have a surplus of infantry equipment. What this means, we can just have our armies exercise constantly. Mustafa Kemal, Costa Rica, Showa Restoration. Gustav dabs on out of there. See you later, Gus. Yeah, so see, we're still getting a surplus. And the reason we're doing this is... So, several things. One, so we can get acclimatization. And 2, so that we can ensure that our... Right, we're going to do industrial networks first, just for the extra civilian factories. That's actually, I don't think, the right choice. I think we really do need to just gun it for research councils. Extra infrastructure, I mean, it helps with our fort building. Which is like, I mean, you know, whatever. But we're not spending the civilian factors anything ultra critical. But double research would allow us to prepare our defenses much more effectively. Wow, there's like every single civil war in the game is proccing, except for the Russian Civil War. Crisis on the Danube. Danube. Pronounce it correctly. Pronounce it. Oh, Spain is dabbed out of the Spanish Civil War. Now it's just the Carlists fighting these schmucks. That's also due to be updated. The vanilla Spanish Civil War is actually one of the better parts of vanilla. It's kind of like an inconsistent experience. We and Buddhists. China's on fire. How exciting. We cannot afford more, but we are approaching maxed out experience, which will... We're approaching 5 experience, which will allow us to give us an additional... Right. It'll allow us to give us an additional infantry battalion, which will... There's just so much going on. Alright, Tibet is now in a war. Insular India is now in a war. Alright. Alright. The Australians have successfully made independence. The Bulgarians have been defeated. Alright, we have 5 army experience. We're going to use that to get an additional infantry. I think that's like a battalion. Panama's capitulated, surprising nobody. But we want more beef in our divisions. Can we upgrade this nerd? No, we cannot. Though Guerrilla Fighter is nice, I suppose. Irmo. More like irrelevant. Bam! Bam! It was a joke. Theoretically. Extending the line here is a questionable decision, but this is highly defensible terrain, and it will prevent one of our cities from being flanked. So, that's where we're going to go. Wow, look at how... Alright. I'm deep in thought, but I'm like, it's actually fairly cheap to produce forts in this terrain. Venetian Revolt. Can the Queen of the Adriatic survive? No. Spoilers, but no. Alright, then we get a research slot. We're going to industrial networks. And then I think I am going to go modern warfare. Just to get... Alright, I really, before I do that, I'm going to go check out what political reform offers. So, stability is nice. Ah, very good. See, this is why we do reading. Because this gives us 40 army experience. I don't really think I need any... These are all, like... this is nice, but I don't really have an economy for this to matter. Ideological fanaticism. Defense and attack on core territory, where we're going to be fighting. Yeah, we're going to go political reform, unite the nation, down this tree. I don't believe we can get this at all, so we're not even going to bother. I think, so we have to make a choice whether we're going to go industrial networks. I think we are going to go industrial networks. Man, just like all of the events are proccing this game. So the Portuguese are now fighting Middle Africa. I think that almost never goes well for Portugal. Alright, improved machine tools. That's pretty cool. Extra construction speed. Extra max factories in a state. Really what we're going with is, do we want 15% factory output? Or do we want plus 10% construction speed? I think right now we need the construction speed. Because building those forts is more important than having additional guns, which we have plenty of. That will not always be true. But, you know. Manpower is going to become an issue fairly soon. We do want to go up to partial mobilization. We can't go up to extensive conscription. Alright, totalists. Uh-oh, it's the Moscow Accord. Uh-oh. Sweden's under the Reich Pact. Yeah, we're going to go to partial mobilization. Which maybe will give us an additional factory. Nope. I'm like, pretty please. Please, an additional factory? Oh, but we do get an additional supported division. Which is lovely. The, Ikwan Revolt. Ikwan. Hide your women and children. The Ikwan are here. I think that almost never goes well. Wow, Venice was defeated. My prognostication is incredible. Who would have thunk it? Dun dun dun. I could import this, but as I established, we have enough infantry equipment. I think our penalty is not very big. Penalty is probably like, yeah, it's 11. 11.2. Research councils is complete. Okay. Fantastic. Now we can go concentrate in industry. Now we have doubled our research capacity to 2 research slots, which is genuinely huge. Industrial networks is nice. Political reform isn't great, but getting to militarism fast is... saving 70 days. I think we... Oh, it's rough. I think I'm going to go political reform. It's so rough to skip 2 factories. Right now, how many factories do we have? I think we have to go with the extra factories. I think we're going to have to go with the extra factories. See, like, we already went up to... We already have an extra experience. And pretty soon manpower is going to become a difficulty, which that also solves. But, like... It's just, it doesn't give us the solution. We don't need the solutions from it immediately. Extra factories is always good with the amount of forts that we're producing. Chile is fighting Argentina. Good for them. I don't know who the them is. Both of them. War is on. Or so I've been told. Oh, crap! I didn't realize that Iquan could win this. Iquan. Thank you. Oh, cool. They don't have a tree. What's even going to happen now? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that rules. So, what is... They were a coalition, and they immediately fractured. So, did these guys have a tree? No. I bet the way this works is whoever wins turns into something big. Irma was defeated. Shocking. I've never seen this happen before, by the way. This is new. Huh. Look at these liberals. That's Pavel Milyakov. Hey. Alright, well. I'm gonna pump that out early. But, our doom is rapidly approaching. Oops. Okay. I think it's getting a little weird. A little buggy. But, yeah, okay, so the time of our destruction is like, strictly speaking, upon us. We have negative train. I don't know how that works. We don't have a train technology. Alright, the Spanish Civil War is over. Who won? The commies won! But Portugal got Galicia. Look at those nerds and their winningest ways. We're gonna get 2 factories. That's significant, I suppose. Oh, Nepal's decided to commit suicide. I think that is something else that's going to be changing in the big India rework. And we're at war. All right. Hey, I think this is a great place to call it. We have been accosted by our foes. The war of national survival is upon us. I don't know, like, may this guy save us. Alright, Beardo, I believe in you. Okay, so I will see you next time as we are inevitably crushed by our enemies. Bye-bye.